What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house again. Okay, so check it out. This morning, we're talking the 3 Kansas City Chief fans found dead. But first, if you're just getting in the room, make sure you give the video a like. I don't know if my notifications went out, but we did a little call-in show last night about the 3 people who died. Bunch of calls came in last night. So I was like, I'm going to jump off so I can get me some breakfast. And the whole time I was off, I guess people were watching replays of the show, just waking up and calling the phone line. So I could hear the phone line ringing the whole time I was making my breakfast this morning, making my coffee. I actually answered some of the calls. So some of you guys called when I was off air, and I was just like, all right, the hell with it. I'm going to answer the call. Dolly, you sexy SOB. You know, this is how I look in the morning. This is natural ugly. Okay. I didn't have to work hard to be this ugly. I just kind of got up this naturally looking like this. You know, it is what it is. I'm blessed. I am awake today. Okay. Drinking me a little bit of coffee. And you know, this case is strange. It keeps getting stranger and stranger and stranger. More players in the game every day. You know, like the thumbnail. This is like the purge. Okay. It's literally like the purge. And did Jordan purge his 3 friends? That's the question today. Okay. Was this the forever purge? They made a lot of them damn purge movies. But anyway, what reason, what motive would you have to kill your friends? That's the only thing I can't put together. Or unless it's like what the family said. They seen something. The wrong place at the wrong time. Lisa says, I'm not fully awake myself. Well, wake up, Lisa. Wake up. As long as you ain't asleep outside in the cold, you can relax. Okay. Just make sure you ain't asleep in your backyard. Make sure you're in the house like Jordan. Okay. Now, I'm still stuck on the same thing. And nobody's told me any different. The biggest smoking gun to me is the wallets left on the table. 3 men came into their friend's house, took their wallets and keys out their pockets, and set them on the table. I don't believe that happens. I see somebody said, wake and bake in the chat. What are you baking? Brownies? Baking you some coffee. Okay. Baking some coffee this morning. Good to see everybody. If you're just jumping in the room, of course, like the damn video. I went brain dead there for a second. Well, for like my whole life. But for that second, I went completely brain dead. Make sure you like the video. Sub up if you haven't. Okay. So I noticed there's a lot of you guys watching out there in the ether that haven't subbed up. So if you're watching this video, help us hit 50K. I can't do it without you. Okay. Literally, I can't sub myself 50 times. I can only do it once. So I'm going to need you guys out there watching in YouTube land to help me out. Okay. Do me a solid. Do me a solid. Anyway, the phone lines are open this morning. The call-in number is pinned. Well, it's below me right here. Also, it is pinned in the chat, and my mods, you can throw it in the chat room every now and then for people to call in. Now, I got a little while to kick it with you. You know, I know a lot of people have things to say. I had people calling all night long. So where y'all at now? Okay, where y'all at now? I had one caller say, I'm going to call you back when you go live. I was like, okay. He's like, when you going live? I was like, I'm going to go live in a little bit. I'm just trying to get this coffee in me. Connie says she's number 101 like, and she shared. Now, that is a good YouTube viewer right there. See, you good, Connie. Me and you, we solid. We solid this morning. Good morning to everybody tuning in. Who's responsible? Is it Bigfoot? Just joking. Just joking. I know it ain't Bigfoot. He don't come out this time of the year. Okay, maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know if he's hanging out in Kansas. Not sure. Good morning to you, Honey Dip. Good morning, Madonna. I need to find my glasses, guys. I have misplaced my glasses. So I'm trying to see as much of the chat as I can. So bear with me just a little bit. Thank you, PJ, for posting the Turtle Hotline right there. The Turtle Hotline, 757-797-6694. Who's going to break the ice this morning? Okay. Usually once the first person calls, the phones never stop ringing. Okay. So who's going to be the first one to tell me what they think this morning? Who thinks Jordan's innocent? Who thinks Alex has nothing to do with it? Let me know. NC Country Girl, good to see you this morning. Mark, good to see you. Felicia, Crazy Nurse, Whitney. So I've been trying to keep up with as much as the interviews that have been coming out. Uh-oh, here we go. Dolly.
Oh, Doug from Tennessee.
What's up, Doug?
I don't believe the boy had nothing to do with it.
You up early this morning, Doug? What you doing?
I'm laying back, enjoying Tennessee.
Are you not laying in the yard, are you?
No.
Are you inside?
Yeah, it's too cold out there in the yard.
Okay, none of your friends are out there, are they, in the yard?
No.
Did you check?
Yeah, I've been outside this morning.
Did you check your backyard?
Ain't got nobody around there.
You check your backyard?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I got dogs running around in the fence, and they'll let me know if anybody's out there, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Okay, well you good then, Doug. You see, I knew you was a friend. If I was dead in your backyard, at least you would know.
Yeah, I'd at least pitch you over the fence.
Yeah, kick me off your property line at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you die in my house, I'm dragging you to the street. I'm just not putting you in the backyard. I'm gonna get you out in the street like I don't know you.
Get that right. If I'm going that far,
yeah.
If I'm going that far, you right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't leaving you in the yard. I'm gonna be like, I don't know how them dead bodies.
I don't care. You might go out in the field somewhere.
I don't know how them dead ass bodies got in the front yard, out in the street.
I throw them off the side of the mountain. Damn,
these rowdy ass neighbors might have killed them. I don't even know. They ain't been on my property.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna come out and they done something they shouldn't have done, or
they definitely did.
I still believe he made something.
You think he made something?
I believe he made. I'm telling you, everybody wants to hear Lewis. I want a new drug.
Yeah, and somebody called it the other night a Jordanol. They were taking Jordanol.
I'm telling you, if a man invents a drug that works, and the people are trying.
Yeah, they got a drug. It's called Viagra.
Yeah, and look how many people try.
I don't know if that's killing people though. Maybe some old ladies, but
you know, I mean, it's going to be in the toxicology. But if it comes back, there ain't nothing in the toxicology test. It's something that he invented, and they can't check it.
Yeah, then it's not a drug that would come back on a drug test. Then they would have to do some other tests. They do have something to test for things like that.
Yeah. Well, see, he may be smart enough if he stuck them outside and they freeze a little bit, get a little cold. That stuff will go away.
I hope not.
If you're a scientist, man, some of them people are smart.
Some of them,
you know, and if you're working on a vaccine to cure that virus and stuff, you ain't dumb.
Oh, he's definitely not dumb, and you know, he's the one apparently that had the money. So if they did do drugs, he would have been the one to acquire it. And I think player number 5, you know, the dude that left, Alex, I think he's the plug, and Jordan bought it from him, did it with his friends. They died. He didn't.
Well, I'll give you this scenario here. What if he bought some Xanaxes?
Okay, we just say the Z. We don't
Or
want to
Z,
say the word.
Z, Z, Boston Z. And you take a Z and you drink alcohol, it multiplies it by 10 times.
Yeah, but it wouldn't drop all three of them dead instantly.
If it's got the F in it, it would.
Yeah, I guess. But what does the F come in everything now?
Just about.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is then. I don't.
And I'm telling you that T is the worst in the world.
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, it's horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
And it makes these people run, walk around crazy, look like zombies, stay stumped over for 35 or 40 minutes.
Well, none of them's
like
faces, it wasn't bath salt because none of them's faces were chewed off. We at least we know that. You know what I'm saying?
But whatever it was.
And there's so many new drugs, so many designer drugs that these kids and shit be on, all these little rapey kids, that I can't even keep up with them anymore. I'll be hearing about new drugs all the time. Like, I'm too old for that shit.
Like I say, if you invent a good one, you're a rich man.
I guess. You think he was testing on his friends? Like, yeah, this is right shit here is the killer. You know, it's like junk.
Yeah.
When people died, they be going around looking for the drugs that killed people. They were like, that's the good stuff.
Yeah, I want that. You know, that's what I want. That's what they're doing.
Killing me. I want healthy, all natural things. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. I'm trying to live a few more years at least.
Yeah. Some that I know about.
Yeah. Just say no. That's the moral of these whole videos. This is a big just say no campaign because this is where it leads you dead.
Unless you plant your own tomato plants.
Yeah, unless you plant your own tomato plants. All right, Doug, you be good down there in Tennessee. Don't raise too much hell.
I raise it every day.
I bet you do.
That's my last name.
All right, Doug Hale. Or is it Hayes?
Doug Hale.
Oh, Doug Hale. Oh, hell. All right, Doug.
See you, Dolly.
Peace. All right, that was Doug Hale right there, raising hell in the streets of Tennessee, down in the hollers. All right. You don't want to be on them back roads with Doug, let me tell you. Strange and a whole lot of change. Like Doug said, did this man invent a drug, a super drug? It came from the planet Krypton. Okay. It's made with kryptonite ground up in a blender, in a ninja blender, into a fine dust. And Jordan walked in and said, and blew it in their face. Next thing you know, they ran outside and it died. Okay. Because only Superman can withstand the kryptonite. And it fucks Superman up. So you know what that'll do to the average person. Take you out like that. It's worse than the F, the H, the A, B, the C, the D, and maybe the E, F, and G. Good morning, people. I see some of y'all jumping in the room. Make sure you hit the like as you come in. The call-in is open. We're discussing the 3 people found dead, frozen in the backyard of their friend's house. This could be a case of just a badass friend that didn't go out in his yard. Okay, now, I'm one of these people that don't leave the house much. Okay, I work from home, kind of like Jordan does. I haven't been in my backyard, and I can't even remember when the last time it is, but PJ has and things of that nature. So there's nobody dead in my yard, and I don't have any missing friends. But if you died in my yard, it might take me a minute to find you. Okay. Plus, I live next to a graveyard. I got enough dead people already in my yard that's been here way before me, you know, so, and they haunt my house. Hate to tell you, this house haunted as shit. So if you see something fly through the studio, just know it's them ghosts. So PJ, if you're watching tonight, we're going to break out the spirit box and we're going to see, because people are saying that these people are speaking through a spirit box. And I know what you're thinking, Dolly. Have you lost your damn mind? Yes, absolutely. I have, because I don't do the spirit box things. I do it when we're ghost hunting, you know, because it's part of the ghost hunting thing. But do I really think you can channel in the 3 people from Kansas? I mean, I don't know. So let's try it. Okay, we'll try it. It might be a demon from my house, though, and we might let a poltergeist in. And next thing you know, I'm possessed and my head's spinning around. And that's it. And then you have to show up with a priest and some holy water. And we'll see if we can ask it some questions and it will answer us. Okay. Dolly.
Yo, Dolly.
Yeah, you got to turn me down in the background.
This is Big Ben from Kentucky, man.
All right, say your name again.
Big Ben from Kentucky.
All right, I heard the Kentucky Big D. Is that what you said?
Yeah, from Kentucky.
What up? What up, Big?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Man, I'm just letting. I'm an ex junkie, right? I've been clean for 7 years, man.
Congratulations, bro.
And if they shot that shit up, bro, they'll be dead in like 2 seconds.
That's what I was thinking. They would have dropped like that. So what do you think? They ingested it some other way, like maybe snorted it?
Yeah, because when I snorted it, it took like 5 seconds and I died, bro.
Oh Lord, damn.
Yeah, I died.
Like, no, just say no. Would they bring you back with like some Narcan, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Holy shit. So when
I was gone, bro.
What made you decide to get clean? Did you just have enough and was like, this is the day?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear, man.
I was tired of waking up every day shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you stick with it, man. Every day, I hear is a battle with that. Just stay away from it. Stay with good people.
Oh, man. Every day's a battle, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And you think, what do you think dropped them out? I mean, just, you think it was the H or the H and the F?
I probably tried some C and it was in it.
I've been hearing that a lot. What would be the benefit of a drug dealer putting that in the C? Like, it seems like the C is supposed to pick you up, not put you down.
Because it makes it more potent.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know.
And it makes it more powerful. And everybody's going to keep coming back with that money, man. Yeah. They love that shit out there.
I guess so. I mean, it's killing so many people. I mean, people don't see these people dying and just go, man, I don't want to die.
Right. Just let me say this, man. When I first tried it, bro, I found my love, bro. I fell in love with it.
Oh, my God. I mean, I've heard people say that. I've heard people say they were addicted before they even did it.
Yeah.
I was like, how was that even possible? They were just like, man, I had addictive personality before I even did it.
That's true, bro.
So
that's true, bro. And it's hard to say no if you're an ex-junkie, bro.
It took out a lot of my friends, man. I was telling PJ the other night, I was like, I ain't got nobody to hang out with. All my friends are dead.
Right.
And I miss all of them every day.
That's how I am, and I say to myself, bro.
Yeah.
Because I ain't trying to get out there in them streets no more, man.
Yeah, stay alive, man. Stay clean. I'm proud of you if nobody else is.
Thanks, bro. I got family out there where you're at, man.
Awesome. Well, if you get out here sometime, look me up.
All right, I will. Family smoke one or something.
All right, you be good, player.
All right, you too, dog.
Peace.
Yeah.
See, that's always a good story. Clean for 7 years. Hear that? Said the man died. That's why you just say no right there. Just say no. It don't take but that one time, boop, dead. Look at these 3 people. You know what he said? He said, look, he died in a matter of just a couple minutes. And I told you, like my friend Dave, he was dead like that. Thank God they kept him alive. We kept him alive till the paramedics got here. And it's super, super dangerous. Whatever's going around in the streets right now, I don't think it's the same thing that was going around in the streets back in the day. Like, you had junkies dying, here and there. But I mean, people are dying by the fucking thousands a day in our country. And it's just flooding in. It's flooding in. Like it's almost in every street drug that you hear about is cut or mixed with that bad F. And this is what's killing our families. The war got to be on that. Like, and the people that are out here pushing this, I mean, you need to go to prison forever. Like, I'm an eye for an eye kind of person. You take a life, I believe you should lose your life. Unless it's an accident. Okay, of course, people accidentally kill people. I don't think you should lose your life for that, but yeah, you should probably go to prison, pay for your crime, kind of thing. Just say you accidentally ran somebody over, didn't see him and they walked down the street, you hit them, they die. Yeah, you got to do your 10 years in prison and you got to deal with that. But I don't think you should die because you accidentally took somebody's life. Now, you will go out here and you purposely, with the intent to take somebody's life and you do it, I have no pity for you whatsoever. Like, you should get the damn, nitrogen gas chamber. People, okay, look, people have been talking about this nitrogen gas chamber thing, how brutal, inhumane, terrible, terrible, watching it go down. That should be a lesson to people. Dolly. Yeah.
What up?
Hey, man, did you see that dude in Alabama that got executed?
Nitrogen?
Yeah, they hit him with the nitrogen. Gas chambered his ass.
Did they fall asleep and then just die, or is it some kind of wild deal?
They said he was convulsing, gagging, foaming, choking. They said it was brutal to watch.
What did he do to the victim?
That's what the family said. They didn't feel bad for him, but I mean, look, I could not do that. I would take lethal injection over that.
I'd take lethal injection.
Like,
I'd have a little H first,
so,
then a little C,
no,
and then they hit me with the F at the end.
Look, so they tried to lethal inject him, and they missed a vein, and they didn't. So they didn't execute him. So a backup option he chose was nitrogen.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't know they could gas chamber. No oxygen, just straight nitrogen. The only thing I know about nitrogen is nitrogen oxide, laughing gas, the dentist gives.
Isn't that the shit that's in whipped cream?
Yeah, that's nitrous oxide is in whipped cream. I didn't straight nitrogen must kill you.
There's a whip it. You got whipped.
The whippet to death. I mean, no, I don't think. I think it's different. I think they gas chambered him. He was convulsing, throwing up, like gagging, trying to fight it, and all kind. That's terrible to hear. But if you're going to murder people, that's what you're going to get. I mean, I was good with the electric chair, but I guess people consider the electric chair a little inhumane these days. But shit, if you're going to put somebody in a gas chamber, don't that kind of remind you of somebody else back in the day? I don't think we should be gas chambering people anymore. I thought we learned from history that the gas chamber shit ain't good. Okay,
I was just doing what they told me. I was working.
Alabama done took that shit back, didn't they? They were like, we're going to fucking gas chamber you. I couldn't believe it because usually in the United States, we look for every reason in the world not to execute you. Once you're supposed to be executed, the governor calls and somebody always saves your ass.
We spent $1 million trying to execute these guys.
Yeah, it's rare that you actually get to see one get killed, and then he got killed like that. You're like, oh shit, that's pretty barbaric. You might as well start feeding people to lions. I think here's the thing: if they said, look, we're gonna put you in a gas chamber and kill you, or you can go out here and you can fight this lion gladiator style like the Romans with nothing, your bare hands. I'm gonna go fight the lion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let them rip me apart. I'll die out there trying, but you are not strapping me to a chair.
Of the lion, just bite its jugular out.
I'm take my chance. I'll go for an eyeball first dive. If not, I'm getting my throat mauled out. But either way, I'm going down with a fight. That whole strap me to a chair and gas me thing. Oh, hell to the nah.
You know, this F that's in everything nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
This has got me so pissed off. I mean, we got one state right now that's standing up for itself and trying to protect itself against all the shit that's coming up from the southern hemisphere. Not just Mexico, but, 180 countries.
Yeah, but that F problem is it is coming from there, but, it's coming from China first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's coming from China.
China needs to have some retributions coming to it. Mexico needs to have some retributions coming to it. And the cartels need to be shut down by our military.
Something needs to happen. Definitely.
We need drones flying
Well, we
over.
need more drug enforcement police.
Yeah, but the government is forcing the border states to keep the thing open.
Yeah, because look how easy people are getting hold of these things that'll kill you. Look at these three men. They don't seem like they had no problem getting a hold of it.
I know we don't get political here, but it's all about getting as many people in here to vote a certain way, and that's why they got it open. To hell with
I don't know if
die because of what.
I don't even know if that'll solve the problem, because I had just as many people die when a Republican was in office as or
no, it's
Democrat.
not about. It's a uniparty these days. It's hell with the Republican and Democrat. They're all the same shit.
It's like the drug problem is a problem, no matter what side of the fence you own. Nobody wants to see people die. I don't care if you love Trump or if you love Joe Biden. Nobody wants to watch people in this country sit here and die. I don't care what side.
Exactly, especially our kids.
Or have to even
people that that smoke a little weed that's never done F or H or anything, and they smoke a little weed. Next thing you know, they're dead. Because the weed came from somebody that puts the F in it, you know what I'm saying?
That would be like that's a scary thing, and just say no, kids. Hey man, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
All right, brother, you have a good day.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, especially for smokers, the legalization in dispensaries, that's the good thing about dispensaries, that stuff is looked at, made sure there's none of that stuff in it, things of that nature. But when you go out on the street and you buy something from a complete stranger or somebody you think's your buddy, you don't never know what you're getting, and what they're doing to these drugs or what's drugs. Dolly.
Hey, it's Doug from Tennessee. I got one thing to say about that.
What up, Doug?
If you legalize everything, you had to go to a doctor to get it. Then it'd be just like the dispensaries. You would get the stuff you get.
Well, there's countries that do that.
And the doctor would watch you and make sure you're not too bad off on it.
Yeah, I mean, if in a perfect society, maybe that would work, I mean, I've heard people argue that, but then don't you think you would just end up with a country full of junkies?
No, because the doctor has to take control of it.
Yeah, if
you're getting a little out there on it, they slide you back a little bit.
I just think they should shut it down, man. I mean, I can't see nothing good coming from any of these drugs.
You can't do it because there's too much demand.
Oh, I know that too.
It's too late. It's too late. Just like the
so you're saying there's no stopping it, so try to control it.
Well, right. Just like the dispensaries are out. It was here before the dispensaries come.
But the problem with that is, here's the whole problem with that is, how do you beat street price? You can't. If the government controls it, they're going to tax it. If they control it and tax it, you're not going to beat the man that's out there selling it not taxed. And then people are going to go to him. And then you're still going to have people dying. You see what I'm saying? You will never stop the sale of street drugs, even if you legalized everything right now.
Unless they done one thing. If they caught you doing that, they don't worry about it. They don't worry about it. You get the rope. Dang, the gas chamber, bring the rope.
Then that's like saying if you shoplift, cut somebody's hand off. We still gotta be humane in this world.
Well, if you're out there selling illegal drugs, bring the rope. You can get 10 out of a good rope.
Well, back in the day, that's what would have happened to you. If you was killed, you'd be hung. But
you got 10 people out of one rope.
10 people out of one rope. Hey, that's a bargain. All right, there, Doug.
All right, Doug. See you, man.
All right, peace. All right, let's get this. Dolly.
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Takia. I was calling about the situation with the Chiefs fan that they found dead.
Yeah,
That shit ain't adding up. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that. It's not adding up.
I agree with you 100% that it's not adding up.
What I believe in my heart, what I believe is maybe something was like put in drinks or whatever. Maybe they did try like fentanyl or something. But why would they be in the backyard? You notice the car. Like, it's so much stuff that's not adding up. And I just really, really, really in my heart, I cannot get over this because it's like tragedy for real.
I agree with you 100%. My biggest smoking gun is when the dudes took their wallets out their pocket and the wallets are sitting on the table and they're in the backyard. And Jordan said that he watched them leave and he walked them to the door, said goodbye to them. They left and now they're in his backyard dead. Make that shit make sense.
And this is my thing. In my home, I look out of all my windows at all times. When I'm home alone, anything, I always check out my windows just to know, like, my surroundings. You can't tell me that man sit in that house for 2 days and never looked out of windows, never went outside, never noticed nothing weird, nothing.
Well, I got a bunch of cameras. I got weird stalkers, so I got cameras, and I still go outside and look around. I just don't really look in my backyard, which is, you know, because he said, hey, I didn't look in the backyard. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I don't really look in my backyard, but I ain't got no missing friends either that were at my house.
I opened up my door to my apartment and I look all in the alley and everything at certain times of the day. Like, that's just how aware I am of my surroundings, though.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, if your friends was there for a party and then you look up and they car's still there, I would call somebody and say, hey, what happened? Why did you guys leave your car? Y'all was that drunk or something? Like, I would connect with my friends if they were my friends to see why your car's still outside.
What about this scenario though? They all were doing drugs together. He passes out, they walk outside and die. He lives.
It's a possibility. Inside. It's a possibility. I'm not pointing fingers at just a certain person because I've been around friends. But this is my thing. If he was upstairs asleep or he wasn't in view, you could have did whatever drug you was doing in his living room. Why did you have to go outside in the freezing cold?
His lawyer's saying he was downstairs on the couch. With noise.
His lawyer's a liar. His lawyer's a liar.
So bad. His lawyer's so bad.
His lawyer sucks. I could have defended him better than that by not saying anything. Every time his lawyer opened his mouth, he's incriminating somebody.
I know. I thought the same thing. His lawyer needs a lawyer.
His lawyer needs to stop practicing law. But my thing is, like I said, if any of my friends come to my house for a get together or anything, if I go outside and I see their car, or he said he noticed the car was outside. So they all, I guess, evidently rode together. But if I saw the car out there, I'd call and be like, hey, girl, why you leave your car? Do you want me to check and make sure the door's locked? Like, you cool? Did everybody make it home fine? Like, you didn't inquire about these people at all?
Mm-mm. None for days. Didn't even answer.
I watch too much crime TV for the bullshit. I watch too much crime TV.
Yep.
I watch all your videos every time they come on, and I'm telling you, this is gonna be a lifetime movie watch.
You think so?
I believe in maybe like a year, this is gonna be a lifetime movie.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. You be good. It was good talking to you.
You too. Have a nice day.
All right. Peace. All right, so look, everybody's screaming foul play. That girl, she was serious. She's like, look, this shit ain't adding up. 1 and 1's equaling 3. And everybody knows it's supposed to equal 2, even Dolly. You can add 1 and 1 is 2. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Mary from Wisconsin.
Hey, Mary, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. I just want to mention, because I hear a lot, you know, of everyone saying, I have no idea if he's guilty or not, but people saying, how could they go 2 days without looking outside or anything? I am very much a homebody and introvert. And even though I like spending time with my friends, when I'm home, like, I'm kind of oblivious. Like, I don't really look out my windows. I just kind of am in my own little world. So, like, one of my past relationships, my boyfriend used to, like, just put a card or something and tape it to the wall and see how long it would take me to notice, because I'm just kind of in my own little world. So I could see someone, like, cars being outside of the front of my house, unless it was, like, right in my driveway by my side window, I'd probably not notice it. If I didn't have dogs, I probably wouldn't really look in my backyard. I just kind of am pretty introverted and just kind of in my own world when I'm not at work. So just want to say I know that there are some people that are like that.
Yeah, I don't go out my house much, unless I have to. Like usually I'm either live, eating something, sleeping. If I go out, I'm usually going somewhere, coming straight back. I'm pretty much a homebody too. I don't do too much these days. But I said, I don't really look for bodies in my yard though. Like when I get out the car, I'd walk right past you if you were dead in my yard. I would walk right past. I ain't thinking to be looking for a dead body. Like how many people look for dead bodies when they're walking around anyway?
Yeah, or like I have a whole wall at the back of my house that it's like glass that can see my backyard, but you can look without really looking. Like when you walk past the mirror and you kind of see yourself, but you don't really see yourself, and all of a sudden you walk past another mirror and you're like, wow, how long has that hair been standing straight out? Because you're not really paying attention.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just wanted to say that I think it is possible to be oblivious at times to your surroundings.
Yeah, because I was telling somebody last night, I couldn't tell you the color of my neighbor's house, my next door neighbor. I couldn't even tell you the color of their house. I just don't pay attention to shit like that. If it's not registering in my mind to look for a reason, I just don't. You could be dead right up in that yard. I don't stare at my neighbors or nothing. So if there was somebody laying in my next door neighbor's yard dead, I just pull out the driveway and go do my shit. I don't pay it no mind. I don't be staring at people's shit, I guess.
Well, and if you're not expecting to see it, I mean, it would be one thing if you were like, oh, I'm looking for my friends. But I'm not saying whether or not I think that he's got guilt involved. It sounds like it could be just a horrible accident, but I just know that it is really possible to be completely oblivious to your surroundings. And that's also how some people cope with things.
What about the noise canceling headphones while you're home alone? Ain't that a little odd?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm also someone, I don't use noise canceling headphones, but I don't really like white noise or fan noise or things like that.
Oh, so, I gotta have a fan. I gotta have some type of noise or I can't sleep.
Yeah. I'm the opposite, but I can only imagine that maybe he doesn't sleep well if he has, white noise or noise around. But
I understand. He said he had headphones. He had headphones on, he said, and a fan on him. Now, I'm a kind of person that sleeps with a fan, either if it's a small fan or a big fan, all year. Even in wintertime, I have a fan on. It's the noise that helps me sleep. But I got to have pitch black and just a little tiny bit of noise. Just enough noise to kill the crickets and shit outside.
Yeah, I do sleep with a fan sometimes, and I wish I had noise canceling headsets. I don't know, the white noise just bothers me. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that point of view out because I do think it's really, especially, when you are alone a lot of the time, it's kind of easy to be a little oblivious to your surroundings.
Yeah.
You're just kind of with your thoughts and,
All right. Well, look, you have a great day. It was good talking to you.
Yep, you too. Thanks. Bye.
Peace. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who's this?
God, you haven't learned my voice yet?
This is Earthquake. What's up, Sweet Leaf?
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing up so early this morning? You usually late night.
Which one is it? No, I'm not late night. I sleep at night.
Okay. So what's good? You want to tap in on this?
That's what a lot of your panels. I think I caught one night because I couldn't sleep. I guess I was sitting here thinking before I caught you on your live, but I was thinking about the fifth person leaving at like 12 o'clock. Now, did this game happen on a Sunday?
I'm not sure. I could look at a calendar.
Because if these other guys, if they had work the next day, and the fifth guy left at like 12 o'clock, and the game was over, what'd y'all say, like 7 hours or something?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
Well, it ended
I don't know
what
time it ended. I just know that Kansas City won.
I think I heard something like, did they do 7 hours after the game?
Long as shit. You got to take your day off work to watch some football. I mean, football's long. And if that goes into overtime and double overtime, you could be here all day. They got 37 timeouts, 17 instant replays. I mean, you got a halftime. It's long.
Yeah, but it depends on how early it started. But I thought I heard, like, what did they do with the 7 hours when the game was over?
Apparently they were partying and watching Jeopardy. Wheel of Fortune.
Well, this is my point, is that they're family men, I'm sure their wives knew that they was going to be out late, but it seems like if the fifth guy was going to leave at 12 o'clock, it seems like these other guys should be getting ready to leave too. Now, whether they wanted to stay around till 1 or 2, that's one thing, but the owner seemed to want to go to sleep. That would give me an idea, okay, let's go home.
Earthquake. I can't even talk. The owner said he walked them to the door and they left.
Yeah, I know, but besides all of that, I'm just saying, if he was going to go to bed, it seems like, they would leave. But the owner didn't say what time that he walked them to the door.
It had to be after midnight. It had to be after midnight because player number 5 left at midnight. The Alex guy, he left right before midnight, he said.
And he made it sound like they all left at one time, which would make sense to me. If the guy was going to go to bed, would you just hang around at your friend's house?
If his door was locked,
when you got family to go home to?
Here's the problem with that, right? Is he walked them to the door and they left. He locked the door because when the fiance got there, the door was locked. Okay, so at some point he locked the front door. How the hell did they get back in? Did they got keys to his house?
Well, they could have walked around to the gate and went to the back door to the sliding glass door.
They're saying the gate was locked.
But they would have been banging on the door, so that don't make no sense. He would have heard them walk right back and go, oh, we left our keys, we left our wallet. Nobody says much about their cell phones, but I imagine their cell phones were still there.
Yeah, well, one of them's jacket was in the house, so maybe his cell phone was in it.
Mm.
Yeah, but they had their cell phone. Nobody said nothing about the cell phones. Just their wallets and keys were on the table, which is odd enough.
And after a game like that, don't you think you'd be calling your other buddies? Yeah, Kansas won or whatever, they'd be calling around to other people.
What I think the family should do is get their phone records, okay? And this is just and see who they've been texting, because if they called for some drugs, it's going to be on their cell phones.
And the other thing is, I kind of messaged you, wrote something, but it makes kind of say the fifth person was going to come over with something, and no matter how much you trust your friends or whatever, but if you got a large amount of some stuff, and say these guys didn't do drugs, but maybe they wanted to make some extra cash and sell some whatever to people that they know just to make extra cash, right? And this fifth guy comes over and he doesn't trust anybody, so they took their wallets, their keys, maybe, and their cell phones, placed them somewhere, on top of the counter, and then checked them for a wire to make sure, just to make sure for sure.
Pat them down.
That would make sense to me. That's the only thing that makes sense. Why a man would take his wallet and set it down, So there's
I ain't ever seen no wallet down with no money in it, or they were dead ass broke and they have nothing in it. And I might set my wallet down then, but I ain't setting it down with no money in it.
I don't care if I didn't have money in it or not. As a man, I don't think whether I had money in it or not. I have credit cards, I have my ID, I have whatever in there. I wouldn't take my wallet out and set it down for what reason.
All right, Earthquake, You be good.
That's it.
That's it. I feel
You have no
chair
questions
shaking,
what I
chair
said?
shaking, chair shaking. Ah! Dolly.
Yeah,
Hey, how's it going?
fine. I just got one thing to say.
All right. Who's this and
I've been married.
who's this and where you calling from first?
I'm Jeanette Stevens. I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been married 3 times. I'm 60 years old. And every man I've been married to, they don't take their wallet out of their pocket till bedtime when they're changing their clothes, nor their keys. Now, that's a fact.
That's me too. I'll back you up on that. I don't take my wallet out like that. I mean, I don't carry a wallet these days, but when I do,
It's just like a woman leaving her purse. Don't happen.
I agree.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
That's my point.
All right, peace. I have to agree with her. She seemed like a wise older lady. Okay. She's been married 3 times. She wasn't too wise the first 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's widowed. I don't know. But maybe she wised up on the 3rd one, right? She might have wised up on the 3rd one. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. This is Bug. I'm the female scuba diver that called in back at the Kylie Rodney case. And my question is on this with the guys is what group of guys goes and hangs out and watches Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune?
I was kidding about the Wheel of Fortune, but they were definitely said to be watching Jeopardy. I added the Wheel of Fortune in there. Me, myself, I like Wheel of Fortune better than I like Jeopardy.
But either way, what group of guys? I could see some chicks sitting around watching that, but a group of guys, I think that may have been a story to their wife or who.
Yeah, we were watching Jeopardy, babe. Yeah, we were just watching Jeopardy.
I wonder if it was a cover-up story for the wife or whose story that was that they were watching Jeopardy.
I don't know. I mean, was Jeopardy even on that night? Can we check the TV guide for that area and see if there was Jeopardy was even on?
It's a good question.
I mean, that's some sleuthing. If anybody wants any homework out there, go see if damn Jeopardy was even playing and what time was it playing. Because when Alex said he left, he said they were watching Jeopardy. And he says he left between 11:30 and 12. So that means on the 9th, Jeopardy should have been on at 11:30 if his story is true.
Well, I wrote that down. I'll search myself too.
All right. Get to work. All right. You be good.
You too.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
All right. I'm giving out sleuthing homework today. Sleuthing homework, right? Just everything they say, pick it apart and see if it's true. You know, that's the only way you can tell. Dolly.
Hello.
Hey.
Dolly.
You got to turn me down in the background.
Okay.
Hello. Hey. Yes.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm the one that's put in your comments about the Amber Alert. I don't know what your case you're working on right now, but when you get a chance, since you're live and you got people watching,
go ahead.
Just talk about the Amber.
Go ahead, fill us in since you got it. You said 5-year-old out of Kentucky.
Yeah, they found the mother dead and or deceased. I'm sorry, and he's driving a Chevy Silverado. Something wrong with the sticker. He's got California tags.
And this is coming out of Ohio?
No, out of Kentucky. He's coming out of Kentucky. It happened, yeah. And he is, Byron Black is his name. Last name Black. So,
what's his
but
first
I'll let
name?
you go.
What's his first name?
I think it's Byron. I've not got all the information yet. I was just trying to catch somebody live to get it out there.
Is he the father or is he?
He's the father. He's the biological father.
Okay,
and
so
they found the
he's killed the wife and took off with the kid.
They found the wife deceased, and then he's gone with the kid.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Dolly.
All right. Peace.
But see you.
Okay. Well, wow. Yeah, I seen her comment when she put in the 5-year-old on the Amber Alert, and I was like, wow. But husband sounds like the wife found deceased, and the guy's missing with the baby. You know, I'm just kind of jumping to conclusions here, but it sounds like the dude's killed the wife and has took off with the kid. Kentucky. All right. If any more information comes in, just let us know. You can call in, share it. And then, you know, of course, when I come back later today, I'll cover something on it. Dolly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just jumping in.
Awesome. Me too.
Drinking my coffee.
Yeah, I just got done with mine. So what do you think about this Kansas City stuff?
I just think there's too much speculation going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just has to lay back and be patient and wait for the real facts to come out.
Yeah, but are they going to come out? That's the thing. I don't think nothing's going to come out. I think the toxicology report's going to come back. It's going to say these men were on drugs, and that's it. That's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, but somehow they have to get to the bottom of, you know, where the drugs come from. I mean, okay, my biggest question is, if you want to know, is why is that house not a crime scene?
Because ODing on drugs ain't a crime.
Because what now?
ODing on drugs is not a crime.
But 3 people were found in your backyard. That house should be a crime scene, and that Jordan dude, needs to be questioned.
I mean, is it a crime if it's self-inflicted?
Well, we don't. Again, it's all speculation. We don't know that.
But we don't know. There's no proof that he drugged these people to be a crime scene. There's nobody that witnessed a crime or anything. So is his word against whose word? He was there by himself.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And then there's the 5th guy.
And he didn't see nothing according to him. When he left, they were all fine and watching Jeopardy. So now all that leaves is the word of Jordan, and he's saying he ain't got nothing to do with it. They're just going to chalk it up as 3 dead drug addicts. I hate to say that, but that's probably what's going to happen. So once they come out and release this toxicology report, they're going to say, yeah, they died from drugs, no foul play, on to the next story. It's
right,
you know. But right. What are people waiting for? Because everybody already knows that they're going to come back with drugs, right? The big question is, are they going to arrest anybody or not for it? And they're not even pressuring or questioning them, really. So it ain't going to be no arrest, and we already know they're going to come back and say, yeah, they had drugs in their system.
Well, yeah, I totally agree, but you have the families that are pushing for an arrest.
I know.
So what do you say? What do you say to the family?
If there's no proof, you can't arrest people with no proof. You got to have proof. I mean, we're here speculating, but there's no proof. If there was proof, he'd be in jail.
Right.
You know? So there's really no proof. You can try to think of stuff and see if he talks, but if he says I ain't have nothing to do with it and he never confesses, there's no way to convict him of a crime that nobody's seen him commit.
Right. And that circles me back to, why is that house not a crime scene? Why didn't anybody go through it? I mean, I'm furious about.
Because they didn't seem to be, they did go in it. The police did go in the house. They didn't need a search warrant because he allowed the police into the house. So they went into the house. I don't know how good they searched it, but they did go into the home.
Right. They went in, but forensically they didn't.
Yeah, I don't think they did too much forensic stuff to the house, spraying luminol, but there was no blood on them. There was no signs of bruising. Wasn't beat up. They were just dead. My biggest thing is this: if they died from drugs, why didn't they find any drugs?
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't they look through the trash cans? Why didn't they check the vacuum cleaner? I don't know.
Maybe they did. We just don't know.
Maybe some Kansas City people will chime in and
tell
what they know. And But from what I can tell, the cops didn't even call a detective.
Now, I'm not for sure how the operation went down inside the home as they were recovering these bodies, what was actually transpiring in the house. But whatever it was, they came out that following Thursday and said, there's no foul play. There's no signs of no. So I guess they didn't see nothing in the house. I don't know how great they searched it, but why would he move out immediately? There was a lot of strange things, you know?
Right.
Strange ain't enough to convict you of a crime, though. Coincidences and strange things, you got to have solid proof.
There's also circumstantial evidence. I mean, if you're in your office all day, okay, and you're in a cubicle, say, and you're in there all day, and everything was fine when you went in there, but when you leave, there's snow on the ground. Okay, so obviously, you know, it snowed that day.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, but in this case, what would be the circumstantial evidence in this? That he was there with him and that my biggest thing is his lying-ass lawyer.
Right. That too. That's another story. But back to your question, he was the last one to see them alive. That's circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, but there's no motive. There's no.
You don't have to have a motive. You don't have to have a motive.
And you just think he just went on a rampage and killed his friends for no reason? I think there would have to be some reason if he's not crazy.
No, I think they just got a hold of some bad stuff.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know they got a hold of some bad stuff. I mean, we know that. The whole question to me is, who gave them the stuff? Because whoever did that killed them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And this everybody, the mad scientist, you know, do you think he's cooking this shit in his kitchen?
I don't know.
No, he works on his computer. It's all done on computer. It's not done in your kitchen so it's nothing. He is not work related is my point.
Yeah. I got you.
No drug work related. That's all done on the computer.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
he's not going to be cooking stuff at home.
I hope not. Well, hey, look, I appreciate you calling in. You be good.
Thank you.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I would hope he wouldn't be at home cooking things up like that. You know, they're saying he works in, you know, chemist type, working on vaccines and things of this nature. I hope he wouldn't be doing that from home. Dolly. Yes.
Hey. Okay, so at this point in time, there isn't anything that Jordan can say or do that anybody is going to believe him at this point. And I feel bad for him because of this. We don't know what actually he was told to do. We don't know if he was told that he was supposed to go undercover and not say anything. We don't know where Jordan is at this point in time. So that's not on his behalf. That's not fair. And his family has now come out and tried to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen that letter?
No, but I think I had one of his family members call in the other night because this lady came in hard for him. Like it sounds just like she knew him. Like she was
that was
ready.
Me.
Huh?
That was me.
Was it? Oh,
yes.
Okay, I thought you knew him.
No, maybe that was me. I don't know, somebody, but I know I came in and defended him, and just because I'm trying to look at everything, I've kind of been watching this case from all the way around, listening to people, listening to the attorneys, and I just think that yes, it all looks bad because Jordan's a scientist. It was at Jordan's house, but at the same token, just because Jordan's a scientist and just because it was at Jordan's house, what makes Jordan so guilty?
Because he's a mad scientist.
Jordan tried, he let them search, he let people in, he did his best to...
Wait, he didn't let the fiance in. He didn't, she was banging on doors. She had to break in the house. So we can't say he let people in. That's a little overstepping.
I believe that he didn't hear her. I think the only thing that got him to the door when the police came were flashing lights and sirens. I truly believe that. I don't think that Jordan would have even let the police if they just come knocking and tapping on his door.
I don't think they
But
tap.
there was also a text message that was sent out by, and I don't know who it's from, but I have the text message on my phone that I took a screenshot of.
Uh-huh.
But that text message, somebody drove by Jordan's house on Tuesday.
Yeah, and seen the cars.
Saw the cars, exactly. Why at that time didn't that person start investigating then?
Well, I think the person that seen the cars called somebody else, let them know the cars were there, and that's how the fiance knew to go over there.
No, the text message goes into detail. It says, even if I were to knock on Jordan's door, he's, there's no light, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, the cars are there. WTF. Okay, so.
Well, even if they would have went and knocked on the door, let's just say this, they were dead from way before whoever drove by and seen the cars. They were dead that night.
Right. But my whole thing is why, whoever that text message is from, my question is, why didn't that person start going to the police at that time? Putting two and two together, they've been gone for 2 days and they're everything's suspicious. Wouldn't you have tried to call 911, sat there and called 911 and said, hey, listen, I'm in front of the house. My friend's been gone for 2 days and my family's looking for him, everything else. Can you come out here and check this, do a welfare check? That did not happen until later that night, until 9:30 that night.
Yeah, but
that to me is very suspicious.
That,
and maybe that
the family suspicious looking for their the loved one that they didn't call the police. That's suspicious. You think they did it?
No. What my suspicion is that text message. Who is that text message from? Is that text message from the fifth person who knew that perhaps whatever they gave them might have killed them?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you think that text message is from Alex?
We don't know who it's from. I don't know. You can't tell.
Okay. I get what point you're trying to make now. I was trying to figure out where you were going with it.
Right. So anybody who tries to defend Jordan gets pounded on. I mean, even the letter that was sent in from his family, their family saw the house. They were concerned that Jordan was perhaps one of the people in the backyard. They didn't know. So
well, he don't answer the phone for his parents either. What, did they get a robocall when his mom and dad calls him?
I don't know if he talks to his mom or his family, all the time. All I know is that they were concerned. So,
okay.
I don't know if you've seen that whole letter that was sent by the family.
No, I haven't seen the letter yet. When did that come out?
I believe it came out yesterday, or it might have come out yesterday. I just heard about it yesterday for the first time.
Okay, yeah, I had to look into that.
Yeah, please do, because it's a big.
Well, I heard the family had came out and spoke saying that they thought they were being harassed, that calling him a mad scientist just because he's a scientist. But I didn't see a letter. I just heard what they said.
No, this family letter is from Jordan's family.
Yeah, this was from Jordan's. It was what I was relaying was from Jordan's family too, because they had came out and said that they're being harassed, that Jordan moved because of death threats and things of that nature that he was getting. And I was thinking, ain't nobody pressure Jordan. Nobody, it wasn't even a big news story. The internet's just now really starting to cover it.
Right. But there were there's been some harassing situations on Jordan's behalf. And, when you have 3 dead bodies and they're your friends in the backyard, I don't know if I would move that quickly, but we don't know the circumstances behind why Jordan moved. Maybe his lease was up. Maybe he had to move. We don't know any of that. So, you know,
Yeah,
all this
that's what. Why
speculation
don't
that's
he? Yeah,
coming out,
why don't he just come out and talk? Though? Why lawyer up with some sleazy
because
lawyer?
I don't think he can. I really don't. I don't think he can come out and talk. I think that they're setting up a case, and he's been told not to say anything because maybe it's too close to him.
Okay.
You know, and in all fairness to everybody and Jordan, we have to take consideration what's going on with Jordan and what's behind Jordan. These were his friends. You don't think he's sitting around upset too?
Well,
I don't think he's a mad scientist that has gone out and said, "Oh, I'm going to kill my friend after the football
well,
game."
I'm sure if he didn't have nothing to do with it, he'd be upset. But why not handle it like a man and go address the families and sit down and talk to them? I ain't saying that he owes us as the public anything, but he owes the mothers of the 3 boys that died at his house an explanation.
Well, and I agree with that. And maybe after this is done and over, when he can come public, he may do that. I don't know, but Jordan.
I ain't even saying come public. I'm saying sit down and talk to the mamas of them kids and let them know what the hell was going on.
I know, but the families have not really given Jordan a chance. They've pretty much bombarded him, except Jennifer, David's mom. She's been pretty fair. And she's saying, Jordan, just come and talk to us. We don't know what's going on. Just come and talk to us. But everybody else out there has bombarded him.
Okay.
And, you know, maybe he wants to go to funerals. Maybe he wanted to. But if
I mean, how are people bombarding them when nobody could get a hold of them before? But now everybody is harassing them and getting a hold of them. How is that possible when they couldn't get a hold of them when something important happened?
Because, you know, when you've got a no contact on your phone, like I talked to you about this before.
Yeah.
When you don't have a contact on your phone, they go into different folders. And he just didn't know him, so he didn't answer the phone. I don't answer my phone. I don't. Why would he?
Why would he answer calls for harassing calls? Why would he answer those to get harassed? How does he know they're harassing calls if he don't answer them?
That's exactly my point. Is that he didn't know where the calls were coming from, so he didn't answer.
Then how does he know he's being harassed?
Huh?
How does he know he's being harassed then?
Because you can listen to it on TV.
I mean,
and you can hear it.
But at the time that nobody was talking about him on TV. He was barely on the local news at the point that this happened. This just now, like going national with News Nation and stuff like that. Good Morning America, but in the beginning it wasn't none of that.
Yeah, there was a lot of it, and it was coming from some family members. I don't want to say who, but it was coming.
Let's just use like what happened in Texas with the people that got killed. The couple. You seen people outside hit the dude's house protesting. They spray painted murder on the car. They were egging the house. We didn't see none of that at this house. We didn't see people out there trying to burn the house down or painting on his cars or busting windows, egging the house or nothing. But he seems to make it like
that's because it looked like he had moved.
He did move. It didn't look like he moved. He did move.
Well, I'm just saying that because we don't. Yeah, I mean, he moved. So
but even if he hadn't moved, nobody did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But if he probably was still there, that all would have been happening. But the fact that he was gone, which is maybe why he left, because he didn't want all that happening.
Yeah, maybe. But you can't run from what's going to happen. It's better to face things head on than try to run from shit.
You're right. And here's another thing is that even the investigators have said that everything is going to become clear after the toxicology reports come back and all the reports start coming back. Everything is going to be clarified.
I hope so. I mean, we'll at least know what drug they died from, at least.
Yeah, and I don't really think that toxicology is really going to matter at this point. They're going to know what happened.
Yeah, they know they OD'd now. It's just what did they OD from?
I don't know. And it'll even be more interesting if they didn't have drugs in their system, or maybe it was just marijuana.
Oh yeah, that shit didn't happen. If that comes back, then yeah, there's something to this. I'm flying to Kansas City at that point. I
Yeah,
can tell you
but
that they come back with no drugs in their system, I'm leaving for the fucking airport instantly.
yeah, but the whole thing is that until this all comes out, everything is speculation, and we all know that. But at the same token, this whole thing of bombarding Jordan because he's a scientist and because he had the house does not necessarily mean this is Jordan's fault. And until Jordan is allowed to speak about this, and attorneys come out and investigators come out and say, hey, yeah, this is the story now, this is going to continue. It's never going to get better. But I think Jordan was told to go underground. I really do. And I don't think he can come out.
Okay.
And that's what's so sad about it.
Hey, I got to let you go. You ran over your 10 minutes. You can call back in a little while if you want.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Be good. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, guys, I'm trying to keep the calls to 10 minutes. I don't want to cut anybody short. I want to let y'all get y'all stuff out, but I don't want, some people can go and go and go. So I'm trying to keep everything to about a 10 minutes. So try to please keep it under 10 minutes. But if you want to talk longer than 10 minutes, a couple people a chance to call, and then you call. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Granny Bassmaster.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. I got a little sciatica pain going on, but other than that, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's the
I smell murder. I'm sorry.
You smell murder?
I smell murder.
What does it smell like? What does murder smell like? Granny Bass.
It is very suspicious smell. You can't seem to get away from it. It always comes back to it. Whether he meant to do it or not, I don't know. But 3 men don't just drop dead watching a football game or Jeopardy. And they sure don't die with just weed in their system. I smell murder.
I smell murder. Okay.
Yep, I do.
Apple pie murder with Granny Bassmaster.
That's right.
That could be your show.
That's right. If Granny smells murder, something's wrong.
I'm changing the name of the title of this video to Granny Smells Murder.
Granny smells murder.
Now I'm done. I'm taking the live call-in part off, and I'm going to put Granny Smells Murder as the title.
You do that. You watch your top notch.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that boy did something.
I think he did something.
I don't know why, but they didn't die from just weed or no drugs. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
You watch top notch.
All right, I'm watching.
Bye.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Top Notch kind of reminds me like Top Gun. I'm like looking for Tom Cruise to bust in the Church of Scientology and shit. I'm like, help me over. Help me over. Dolly.
Am I live?
Hello.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, my name is Michelle. I just had to call in.
Okay.
Because I was just listening to the other caller, and she was talking about, Jordan not these calls and him, these calls because he didn't recognize the number. Okay, well, wasn't Alex his best bud?
That's what I said.
And
he didn't answer for Alex, and he shit was programmed in the phone. Or should have been.
Thank you. That's exactly what I said. Now, let me give just in my personal opinion what I think happened. And this is more my opinion is because, we have got a lot of people out here. We've had close people to us, pass away due to this fentanyl. And I think, in my opinion, that somehow either maybe fake pills or cocaine, something laced with fentanyl.
All right, we're going to use the numbers like F, C, the letters. I mean, we're going to try to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
YouTube.
Sorry.
We don't want them to think in any kind of way that we're promoting illegal drugs or anything of that nature. So we just want to make sure that all callers know that. Okay.
Yes, and I apologize for that. Yes, I definitely don't promote that. I have a sister that
is an A. And to trust and believe, I do not promote that in any way, shape, or form.
Awesome.
But back to what I was saying, and I think that somehow the guys, it throws me off the part where Jordan, if he got a hold of some of this, if he was doing the D's, with the 3 guys that night, it throws me off the part why he's still alive. That's the part that I don't understand.
Maybe he has a tolerance.
Good point. Maybe he does have a higher tolerance if he's doing this.
And he passed out inside, not outside.
Well, that's true too. But then I'm kind of like, did he maybe do it with the other gentleman that passed away? And Lord, my heart goes out to these families, let me say. But did he maybe do that? And maybe he was out for 2 days, but I'm like, that throws me off too. So Jordan, the part, don't get me wrong, I think Jordan knew what was going on. I definitely do. But because, and this part about, he didn't recognize Alex's number, that's a bunch of BS. But Jordan, I feel that Jordan did give the D's to everybody there. I really do. And this stuff, and I'm sorry, 3 of my best friends that I have went to high school with, and, they're my best friends. I can see the lawyer part, but I don't care what my lawyer says. I'm going to be at those funerals. I'm calling these families, and letting them know, hey, I know what you might think, but I love these, these were my buddies, and I'm going to let these families know that, hey, I'm sorry. And, I'll do whatever I can to prove my innocence, but can I please be at their funeral, send flowers, something. But what is he doing? He is hiding. Why is he hiding and not saying nothing for it? There's a reason behind that.
I agree. I couldn't do that to my friend. Even if I killed him, I'd be like, hey, me and your son got in a fight and I accidentally killed him.
Yes.
I'd tell him, plus my best friend, I grew up with his mama. She's like my second mama. I'd be like, I'd have to tell her. I'd have to sit down with her. If I went to a lawyer, I feel like she'd come whip my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're right. Yep, exactly. So there's more behind what Mr. Jordan knows. And, is it because he is a scientist and, is it not being investigated the way that it should be because he is a scientist and he's doing all this wonderful HIV work and, and all this? Is that why this is being kind of a hush hush?
Maybe it's some of that who what kind of thing that goes on.
Right, because we see that every day in this world, so.
I can't argue
but
that.
I will let you go.
All right.
I just wanted to give a personal opinion on that.
All right. Peace.
Thanks, Dolly. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. If you haven't, hit that like button. We ain't got very many likes on this video. I'm about to rage quit. Okay? Get solid. Thumb it up. It's free this week. It's free to like the video. Dolly.
Good morning, Dolly. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
This is John here from Memphis, and great show. Also, people, hit the like button, man. It's easy to do. Very, very easy.
Easy.
Now, when it comes to this situation, we know for sure that drugs was involved. We know that now. I mean, it's undoubtedly we know that. But when I look at the situation, I look at the guy's action, what transpired once this incident happened. Now, he tried to claim that he did not know that there was 3 bodies in his backyard. That's, first of all, that's a red flag. We know that. Then you have people calling him over and over again. They had to break into his house. I mean, that's another red flag. And then also he abruptly moves out the house. Then I hear a young lady says that he was being harassed on TV. My thing, Dolly, if that was true, people could be up for suit. I didn't see no harassment on TV. You're gonna have people that's gonna support people or whatever. That's their decision. I have no problem with that. You live with that. But my personal opinion is this man is deep in this situation. He did all of the ill-advised things as opposed to being trustworthy enough. If I have people over my house, I'm going to make sure when they leave that they are safe. I'm not going to allow anything to happen to them under my jurisdiction. And my personal opinion is this man is guilty of something. And also, like I was saying, you have a great show. And I want to add one more thing, Dolly.
All right.
The other day when you was talking about you saved a friend of yours that was ODing on drugs or whatever, and this and that.
Uh-huh.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You say you saved a friend from ODing or whatever happened.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of hit me to the heart because my brother was a big drug user and he ended up killing him in the end.
Uh-huh.
And what happened was I lived in Midtown Memphis back in 76, and he was on drugs, and what he was doing, he was doing intravenous drugs, by the needle.
Yeah.
But then he did that for so many years. After that, once the rock cocaine come to town,
oh God, that was bad. He
put the needle down and went straight for nothing but cocaine until it killed him. And I feel bad about it, and I still do, and I really appreciate that you have the heart to try to save your friend. A lot of people would have let him just lay there and kick or whatever. But like I was saying earlier, great show, Dolly. And every time you're on, I listen. And people, hit that like button. Thank you very much.
All right, good. All right, Memphis in the house. Yeah, look, man, I'm going to try to save anybody. You ain't got to be my friend. If you drop dead in front of me, I'm going to try to do my best to help you. I mean, I ain't no doctor. If I can save you, I'm going to try to save you. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
I got to say something about everybody having a problem with this guy not coming out of his house for 2 days.
Okay, but you got to tell us
or
who
not
you are.
noticing.
You got to tell us who you are and where you calling.
Oh, you don't want to know who I am.
I probably don't. You're probably right, but the chat does.
This is Nunya.
Nunya. Okay, Nunya, how you been?
Nunya from New York. I'm all right. How are you?
I living my best life, Another day in
Listen,
paradise.
I'm on my 10-minute break from work, and I had a call.
Okay.
People are saying that it's ridiculous that he didn't notice. Listen, if I don't want to be bothered, I'm not going to be bothered. I'll turn my phone on airplane mode. I'll put it in do not disturb. I have lots of windows in my house, multiple doors, but nobody's seeing in, and I'm not going to look out unless I need to. So yeah, there'd be dead bodies all around my house, and I wouldn't know if I had those 2 days I didn't have to go anywhere. Hell yeah, I'd block the outside world out.
Yeah, but what about you wouldn't notice the shit in your house, the keys and the wallets and things like that?
I would notice those wallets, and that is weird, Dolly. That is weird. I've never known a man to take
to me,
a wallet out.
Gun. That's the smoking gun to me is the wallets.
Yeah.
You can argue a lot of things. You cannot argue three men taking their wallets out and setting them on a table.
Not all three of them, unless they were doing something physical where they were, I don't know.
They're getting naked. That's the only time I take my wallet out my pocket.
Squats or some shit.
They were playing Naked Twister. They were playing Naked Jeopardy.
I know.
Was they playing Naked Jeopardy?
That was the first thing I saw. They take their wallet out of their pants. They're getting naked.
That's what I said.
They're taking their pants off.
I'm taking my pants off.
Coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually when I'm getting freaky with a chick, some shit's coming out my pockets.
Yeah, but otherwise, you guys.
Sometimes when I'm washing clothes, I'll take my wallet and shit out my pockets. So, but other than that, I call bullshit on everybody can be right about everything, but them three dudes did not leave their wallets like that.
Yeah, no, that was a huge
dead giveaway.
Huge red flag.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah. Even if he did, and I was going to say, there's medications out there, sleeping medications. I've lost a full 24 hours before.
What did that dude
one
say?
of those doctor prescribed.
I knew something was wrong when that little white girl ran into a black man's arms. You remember that? It's a dead giveaway. That shit went viral. Remember when they found the girls chained up in the house?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And the man gave the interview. He was like, it's a dead giveaway. He said, I knew something was wrong when that little white girl ran and jumped in my arms. I was like, dead giveaway. They made a song out of it. They made a damn YouTube song out of it. I'm about to play it.
Oh God. Play it.
All right. Well, look.
Blast from the past. Oh wait, the other thing was the mom got up there and the way she said there's no money for drugs. They're not, they're not.
Drugs
There's
don't
always
cost
money.
Though.
There's always money. I don't care, but to me, the way she said it, it was like there was something there where maybe at one point she did have to lay down the law to her own son and say, look, you don't have money for that. Maybe that was an issue. Maybe he was, or someone was spending money they didn't have and she knew it. I don't know. It was just the way she said that there's no money for
I'm talking with Charles Rams.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hey, look, I appreciate you calling. Then you're going to play this shit that you just told me to
play it.
All right.
All right, man. Have a good day. Okay, peace.
All right, this is what I was talking about, the dead giveaway shit. I don't know if this shit was viral as hell back in the day. Dead giveaway. Dolly.
How you doing, Dolly?
I'm living my best life, doing this YouTube stuff.
I'm calling from Canada.
Canada, eh?
You bet.
Awesome.
I've got a total different speculation on this case, if I can just give it a quick go.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if any of you out there know of that date rape drug. CHB or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, it's quite the thing because I've experienced it myself and it wasn't pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But my point of the matter is it takes you down for the count really good and you're out and you don't even know what hit you. Yeah, this Jordan wakes up and he has all their wallets, their keys, their cars are out front, and apparently he was moving all at the same time.
Yeah,
I believe Jordan was in a financial mess of some sort. And with that date rape drug, it goes out of your system, so it's not even in your system. The only way they can find it is if it's in your hair follicle.
Oh, okay.
So they froze to death. They may have froze to death. They may have been passed out cold in the cold and froze. It wasn't that cold, but it's
now,
just
if it
a different
back
way of looking at
actually
it.
froze to death, that would be crazy too.
It would be.
That they were alive.
But everything, him leaving and moving, he's like, there's a reason for all this. This didn't come up. And for three guys, their age, their health, I don't know, something fishy there. I don't know if it's Spenlin, but it might be that date rape drug. That's all I wanted to say anyhow.
I appreciate it, my man.
Different look at it.
For sure.
I enjoy your show.
You be good.
And I'll hit the like button.
Don't forget to hit that like. I was about to say that. Thank you. You be good.
Always do, sir. Have a safe, great day.
You too. All right, and thank you, dear Tracy Roberts, for the $5 super sticker. Man, love to you. Big virtual hugs. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. What's up?
What up?
Hey, man. What do you think about? Have you given any thought to like why they picked that place to have their football party? I mean, it's some hardcore football fans.
Nah, my first
all dressed alike and doing it up. I'm sure it's just like any party we've ever been to. And all these guys were family people and had kids, some of them. So this dude's single. It's a good place to party. And, whatever happened, maybe the word was to him, if the wife calls, girlfriend calls, mama calls, let's just say I ain't around or I'm not here or I left. They all get baked, get wasted in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not have partaken as much, laid it down. Maybe he don't do it at all, just lets it go on. We've all been at all kinds of parties where it all throws down.
Yeah.
He wakes up messed up, hungover, when he does finally, if he damn near didn't die, come close to dying himself.
Yeah, I said the same thing. He's probably damn near dead. He's probably lucky he was inside.
Yeah, man. And, you know, I look out back and I go outside all the time, but a lot of people don't.
That's true.
And if the weather's bad, you're hungover, you're full of bad food, you done drank too much. You just like you said, there's times I walk in, I could walk by three people down and not even pay attention to them.
Yeah, like you might be.
You know, I kind of lean towards what the lady said that called in earlier. I don't think the dude's a bad guy. I think he's got caught up in some mess, and by the time, you know, he's probably looking out front, getting text. When he finally comes around, he's getting text. He's getting calls. Yeah, he looks out and says, holy shit, their car's here. These people are calling. But, you know, I don't need to rat them out and tell them, I don't know what's going on. They may have gone off to another party. They may, who knows what they're up to. I'm not going to be the one.
Yeah, they could be a hooker and tell his wife, answer the phone and be like, I don't know why he ain't home. He could be out doing something else. Well, he might be his cover story.
Hindsight 2020, you know that you would. I know that I would. If their cars were there after a few calls, I would be like, I got to answer. I got to tell them I don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe that just didn't happen, man. And 3 guys, good friends, all of them. He's probably losing his mind thinking, Jesus, they were lit.
Yeah, but
once
your family started, let's say you were at my house and you were gone and I didn't know where you were at. Once your wife started blowing me up, I would blow you up to know what to tell your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I'm with that, man. I would do the same thing, you know.
Yeah, I'd start calling you and be like, hey, yo, man, your wife's calling me. Where you at? You know?
I think it's going to be a sad case of, you know, maybe they walked out. Maybe they got got the feeling, you know, like, oh, this shit ain't good. Everybody, you know, you've done it, I've done it. And be like, oh, I got to get some fresh air. And that's as far as they got.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I ain't never did no hard drugs like that, but I've drank like that. I've walked out drinking.
No, I'm saying drinking too, you know.
I got drunk one night and walked out on these people's porch drinking. And I was drinking some whiskey, like some cheap ass whiskey that these young dudes were drinking. They were like some Navy dudes. They were like 25 and they had this bottle of cheap ass whiskey. It wasn't even nothing good. And I don't know what made me think I'm going to sit here and drink with these dudes, but I started drinking.
Yeah.
And I walked out on the porch. I remember I just walked out to get some air. And these people lived up in like a flood area. So their house set high. And I fell off the damn porch. I remember hitting the ground. I just laid there for like 20 minutes. And I swear it felt like I fell off a 2nd story roof. That's how high the fucking front porch was of this house. And I guess I went to puke or something. And I leaned over and just right off the porch.
Well, man. Oh, I was going to say, I'm not going to keep you held up. I know you were saying about your likes, man. People not hitting the like button. I'm going to tell you something you need to tell everybody. Put it in a Chiron or whatever, is to close. If most people that are on a phone, you can't see that like button. So you got to close. You got to close the chat. Reach up there and hit the like button and just open the chat back up.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's just, I don't know about on a computer, laptop, whatever, but I know on your phone, which a lot of people are on, they're like, I don't even see a damn, like the chat is up over that, you know, so you got to hit the X, close the chat, hit your like, and then open the chat back up.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you're going to double.
Right there. No wonder nobody I wouldn't even like the shit if I had to do all that. Like, I
thought about that the other day for you, man.
Shit. Okay.
All right, brother. I won't keep you. I enjoy your show and everything you got going on. Keep it up. I know it's hard work.
All right. Peace.
Peace, brother.
You know, speaking of not, and I've shared this story a few times. Not the house I live in now, but for people that don't know, I live near the downtown. Hold on, callers. Hold on. Let me get this story out. I'm going to shut the phone line so I can talk for a second. So I live near the downtown Norfolk area, okay, which is a little bit hood, okay, just a little bit hood from anybody that's from the 757 area, okay. So the street that I lived on, I didn't have a driveway, so you had to park on the street, and the house is set so close you could literally like reach out and put a pizza out the window and hand it to your neighbor if they stuck their arm out the window. That's how close the houses sit together. My shit ain't like that now. I got plenty of room now. But back then I didn't. You know, it was my first home I had bought, and it was just in the hood, but it was something I could afford, my first family home. And it was fucking ghetto. That's just the basics of the story. But one night, right, like everybody on the street kind of had designated their parking spots. Everybody parked in the same spot every night. No different cars. It was always the same cars. So I pull up in front of my house one night, and there's this car sitting with an inside console light on in front of my house. Well, in my spot between the two houses. And you know me, I'm on a rampage just in the middle of the night. I can't remember what I was doing, but I know I pulled up flashing lights and beeping the horn, like get out the hell out my spot. I'm throwing my hands up in the car, right? And the dude just floors it off, right? So I get out the car, pull up, get out the car, like, yeah, better get out my spot, right? So I walk in the house, and my baby mama sitting there, and she's like, did you hear that? And I was like, hear what? She was like, yo, I just heard a bunch of gunshots. And I was like, nah. I was like, but there was a dude parked in the drive right in front of the house. She's like, this shit sounded like it was beside the house, like just like 30 seconds ago, right? So, true story. Somebody shot my neighbor. Okay, shot the neighbor. He was laying in the bushes. I walked right by him and walked in the house. Okay, I walked right in the house. We start hearing ambulances and shit. I'm like, and here's the crazy thing. My baby's mama was sitting there watching Cops on TV. I remember this is clear as day what she was watching. She was watching Cops when I walked into the house. And the guy that was sitting in the front of our house, he just shot the neighbor. He had just shot the neighbor. And the neighbor was laying in the bushes. He got shot in like the lower back. He got shot in the ass. He got shot in the leg. And look, and the other neighbor, right? Because, you know, he comes over to me and goes, damn it, they didn't kill him. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, man. He goes, that's the second time he got been shot. He goes, man, I got kids. He goes, that dude lives next door to me. That's the second time he's been shot. He goes, how long before one of my kids gets shot? I was like, he was like, they didn't kill, damn it, they didn't kill him. I was like, what? What? He was like, I'd rather it be him than my kid. That's what he was saying, right? Like, but I literally walked right past the dude shot in the ass. Okay. And I'm lucky over that parking spot, I didn't get shot. Okay. But at that time, me and him would have had a shootout because I lived in the hood. So I kept two things on me at all times. Okay. One in my pocket and one right beside my seat. Something small in my pocket and something big beside the seat. So if he would have started like bucking, it would have got bad out there. But see, I didn't, when I got up, and the weird thing was he was sitting there after he shot. He didn't like just instantly like, because when I pulled up, he was just sitting in the car with the inside light on. He didn't even move till I was beeping the horn and throwing my hands up a monkey. He didn't just turn around and be like, poof, or something crazy, you know, but that just shows you how much attention, you know, well, I'm kind of like, you know how that lady called and said, you know, she's in her own kind of world when she's doing her thing. Like same thing here. Like if somebody was out here getting killed in the front yard, I wouldn't even know unless I looked at my cameras, which usually I got pulled up, but I don't have my camera pulled up right this second. I wouldn't even know because I wouldn't be able to hear it. So I get it. I get a little bit of what, you know, the point that maybe he possibly couldn't. All right, now let me open the phone lines back up. All right, the phone lines are now back open. Of course, the call-in number is on the screen. We're in a stage of forever purge. People are crazy. They'll kill you. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. I want to share something that I heard on another channel that sounds like it makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, but you got to tell us who you are and where you're calling from first.
My name is Pam, and I'm calling from southeastern Pennsylvania.
All right, Pam, let's hear it.
That perhaps the guys got something in their drinks from Jordan. And when they realized it, that they were kind of in a predicament, maybe all three went outside to talk about it. And then maybe it hit them really fast.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, I ain't feeling good. Come out here for a second. Something's creepy going on. I don't know. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if they were surprised and kind of pissed and had, you know, kind of a dilemma of what to do to see what was going to happen, maybe, you know, it was supposed to make things fun and make them feel more bonded, because
the $1 million question is why would somebody hurt their friends? I mean, I do know people that do kill their friends.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that the intent was to give them something to make it more fun that night, and that it didn't go right.
Oh, yeah. Accidentally killed.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I can understand. I can see that, you know, and like a lot of people think that he partake. That's why he was out of it. That's why he didn't hear nobody. That's why he didn't hear the phone, is because he was also under the influence and he just slept it off and they died.
Yeah, something went wrong with whatever they they obviously ingested something, but it was one theory I heard, and I thought it made sense as to why they might be outside, because they might have been like, oh crap.
Well,
they might have been pissed and trying to figure out, you know, they had to work tomorrow and now maybe they're stuck in this predicament. I don't know.
Well, I know this from old school days of going to the rave clubs and shit, and from what young kids are saying. A lot of these newer drugs like this M and this the X, that makes
and the synthetic
overheat,
stuff too.
that makes you overheat. So it makes sense if that dude was hot. That's why he went outside with no jacket on, because he was overheating. Then he got out there and he died. You know, so that may explain why they went outside, because when you start getting all hot, sweating, and your first thing is, I need to cool off. And you know, the heat's on in the house because it's wintertime. So they probably
that makes sense.
And it just hit them and boom, they were done.
That makes sense. Or they could have left all their stuff inside, because once they realized he gave them something and they weren't feeling right, they were pissed and they just went out to talk about it, not expecting to not come back in, obviously.
But none of this explains the wallets. I mean, I could give 1,000.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. If they were, well, yeah, that's right. You're right. It doesn't explain the wallets at all.
Nothing. I can explain everything else a million ways where maybe he didn't, maybe the wallets or the smoking gun. I mean, if the wallets, if somebody can make the wallets make sense to me, and no man has called and said, yeah, I do that. No, every woman has called, said, no, my man don't do that, right? So
1,000%.
I could see if one person did it, one dude came over and took his wallet out because maybe it hurts his ass cheek when he sits on it, right? But all three of them, no, no, that don't happen. That don't happen. I'm calling bullshit. Like, if nothing else is wrong, something's wrong there.
And touche, dude. You are 1,000% correct on that. I totally agree with you. It makes absolutely no sense, and that is baffling.
Yeah.
You really, it's going to be hard to come to a conclusion.
I want to hear the lawyer explain that one. Okay.
Oh God, I can't even like put him into this whole configuration, because he is certainly just screwed up massively. It's very hard to believe. This is all
over. I want to try to get him on the show. Okay, when this is all said and done.
Dolly, I've been watching you since a long time, since Summer Wells first started. It's great to see you grow. And I believe if you want to get anyone on your channel, you can. Doing a great job. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace.
Peace out. Bye.
Oh, okay. Hold on, callers. We are having a guest coming up. I don't know the exact day. We haven't locked it in yet. But Jennifer Coffendorfer, former FBI agent, is going to be up here with us. So be on the lookout for that. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
There's a lapse between the TV and the phone. Sorry.
Okay, just turn the TV down in the background. And who's this and where are you calling from?
John from Tennessee.
John from Tennessee. What's up, John?
I was just gonna give you my take on this the Kansas City Chiefs guys.
All right, let's do it.
I was kind of against Jordan at the beginning, and I may change my mind. But from what I've heard lately, like from the family and everything, saying that they can't afford drugs and this and that, it sounds like to me that Jordan was trying to become part of the Three Musketeers, you know.
Yeah.
Become closer friends, and was kind of trying to buy their friendship.
Oh,
and
I knew it too, just like that.
He probably had the, you know, 110-inch flat screen TV. He probably did pay for a lot of the things, had nice food delivered and everything, and was being used. I mean, I hate to speak ill of the dead, you know, but, you know, they were using it. And
are you saying that the three were using Jordan?
Yeah. And I think probably when he went up to bed, you know, they were waiting for the nerd to go to bed so they could step out and smoke a joint. And that joint just happened to be laced with fentanyl.
The F. We're going to just use F. We ain't going to say words.
But now after that, you know, if somebody fell out in my backyard where I live at, I wouldn't see them for probably 2 weeks. I'd probably open my back door maybe 10 times since I've lived here in 3 years.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't go out. I go in my front yard every day. So if you was dead in my front yard, I'd see you for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But I guess I oversaw it, and I got a little bit more information on it, and it's really looking like he hired a bad lawyer that made him look bad.
That lawyer made him look terrible. If he's innocent, he hired the worst lawyer in the world.
Amen, man. I would have rather had a public defender or something,
right?
Or a legal assistant.
Damn, I'd rather have a paralegal.
Yeah.
Give me Bullhorn Betty damn B Tim from the other channels.
But and it's possible he did see him and he freaked out. You know, I wouldn't have known what to do. I would called the police, but I would have probably studied on it for a minute. You know, knowing that if there's snow laying on top of it.
The only reason he would cover that up, though, let's just say he knew they were back there. The only reason he would do that is because he gave it to him. That would be, if you didn't give it to him, you would call. But if you gave it to him and they were dead, you'd probably be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna get in trouble. And that's why he did nothing. He's probably the one that gave them these drugs. Allegedly.
I think maybe they brought it in and was waiting for him to go to bed.
You might be right on that. Yeah. Because because I don't, you know, because I tell them my friends don't bring drugs and shit in my house. And my boy would tell you firsthand they were hiding it from me. And when I walked out the room, they done it and he dropped dead. So they had hid it from me that night. I don't condone that shit. They knew better than to have that shit in my house. And luckily that I was there because the person that did it with him ran. So he came back, but you know what he ran to do?
What's that?
To get rid of what he had on him.
Oh, he didn't give a shit about it.
He ain't never come back in my house after that. He ain't coming back in my house no more ever. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had him in there anyway.
Now the dude that dropped dead's been back in my house. He comes in the chat all the time, but yeah, they hid it from me.
Okay.
They hid it from me.
Okay, huh?
We were bandmates. We're all in a band together. So I had him over here because we had a show to play. And they had hid it from me and they brought it in my fucking house. And I was hooking up the video game and he did it and dropped dead. You know what I'm saying? So I know how people, like you said, that he might not have knew. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know they did. I literally had to run in there And I thought they had gotten a fight because my friend was laying, and it was like so quick. Them drugs take you out fast. It happens in a matter of seconds. So,
well, I've had my own sister do me that way, you know, and I've had, you know, fake friends do me the same way. And, you know, just because, you know, they didn't want to share or whatever. And that's fine, you know, but that's just how it goes. You know, I've been on this earth for over half a century. I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, it make me.
Like, yeah, I just wanted to.
Watch
another thing,
you won't never
family
do that shit. I knew that.
One of the other thing was that kind of threw up a flag is none of the family knew who this guy was. So it kind of led me to believe that that maybe he was kind of a newbie around them, or they knew him. They just didn't let him in their clique until he got.
Yeah, acquaintance, not like a close buddy, but one of them friends you go see every now and then. I get it.
Right.
I got
it's
friends
kind of
like
that. In their eyes, you know, the guy who won the lottery, who was the guy in school that's automatically your best friend now.
Yeah.
You know how people are, come out of the woodwork. You know, they may have seen you once in their life. You win the lottery, and then they're your best friend.
Well, yeah,
this guy was.
There's a couple homeboys.
Cash.
There's a couple homeboys that I hang out with, and they hang out with people. So sometimes it'll be me with them at other people's houses that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm there with my homeboy, but he's homeboys with this dude. And it kind of works like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But what I'm saying is the first day you win the lottery, those friends of friends are your best friends now.
Yeah, I don't.
You know how that kind of goes?
I ain't never had to worry about that because I've always been broke.
Me too. Well,
if you my friend, you really my friend. You know what I'm saying? Because you damn sure ain't my friend for no money.
Right.
All right, look, man, you be good.
Me and my wife are long-time watchers, man. We love your show.
All right, you be good. Stay safe.
You too, brother.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, more money, more problems. Look, I ain't got to worry about. I know all my friends are real because they here with me broke. Dolly.
Dolly.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, man, I'm watching the show, man. I'm calling about these guys, So first of all, rest in peace to these three guys.
Definitely. I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, they have families, you know what I mean? But from watching the show, man, and listening to this case, this young man that was renting this house, I think he's at fault,
At least not
like
reporting the deaths. At least not reporting the deaths.
Yeah, there was too much negligence.
Yes.
And then he left his house a few times. You trying to tell me you didn't see nothing?
That's hard to believe. The wallets, the keys, the cars in front of your house. They're calling you. You got noise canceling headphones on in a house with nobody in it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just cut shit off if you don't want to hear the noise?
Yeah,
like you by yourself. And he said he walked them to the door, gave them homie dap, said later, and now they're dead in your backyard. Shit don't add up. Dead giveaway.
Another thing, I don't think that man slept for 2 days. That's baloney.
He didn't. His lawyer said he got up and went out.
Yeah, he spent some of the time covering up the crime.
And then, he instantly moved out and said he was being harassed and nobody even knew how to get a hold of him. He wasn't I don't get the whole he moved because of death threats. And who was threatening him? I ain't see nobody threaten him.
And also he has somebody in the law enforcement that works in the city. That makes it also, questionable why
I heard that
this investigation is a little so botched and we're not hearing nothing.
I heard that too. I haven't confirmed that, so I haven't said nothing about that, but I have heard that he has a relative in the police force through like
that's how he got on for all them tickets that he got back in the day.
Well, he got them was in Tennessee.
Oh, those were in Tennessee.
Well, he had some in Tennessee. He might have some there too, but he had some swerving and curving in Tennessee going on.
So go figure. You know what I mean?
You know, so I don't know if that got him out of trouble in Tennessee, but he got out of trouble in Tennessee too. You know what I'm saying?
When you could make a phone call and you have people in law enforcement, you know how that goes, right?
Yeah, well, I've had family in law enforcement. They ain't never really helped me out, but one time it did. One time I got caught in a roadblock and it actually helped me out.
Right.
My license came back suspended, and my cousin actually works I was in Virginia Beach, and my cousin was a Virginia Beach police officer, and apparently we look just alike. I don't think we do, but when he pulled me, he said, "You look, your license, pull over." He's like, "Your license are coming back suspended." And I was like, "Look, my license ain't suspended." And he's like, "Man, do you got family in law enforcement?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you have a cousin named Eric?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You look just like your cousin, man." He goes, "I'm gonna tell you what, go ahead and like take care of your license and shit. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go." He goes, "But make sure you take care of that." And I was like, "All right." So he knew
what I'm saying.
He knew my cousin, and he let me go. So it worked one time.
But also another thing, it was very disrespectful for him not to speak to the families. He was the last one to see these young men alive. They were at his house.
Yeah.
And also Alex, does Alex know something that the public don't know?
I think Alex, I've been saying this allegedly for entertainment purposes. I think he may be the plug.
That's what I think too. And that's why they're both, trying to, I really, really think, the big F, the bad batch, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Alex could have been possibly the one that brought it to the house, and then, you know what I mean? Like I said, this Jordan guy, he had to be out of it for a while. He said he was sleeping on the couch and then wound up upstairs. I don't know how that happened, but then he was out for 2 days or whatever. Didn't look through the windows or nothing like that. Downstairs, the kitchen window, you could see everything outside.
Yeah, I think this is what it should be. They should go ahead, look through those phones, track that back to Alex. Go ahead, get him for selling them the drugs. Get Jordan for not reporting the crime, and let's call this shit a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should go.
And then they'll get some serious answers.
Yeah.
Because, this just can't go in vain just like that. I'm sorry.
Nah, 3 people, too much. Is a little bit too much. I say the same thing, that somebody needs to be held responsible for it.
That's what I say too, man. God bless. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right.
I like that dude. He was straight to the point, and I agree with a lot of what he was saying. How many red flags do you people need? Some people need a lot. They need the dead giveaway. You got to run up into the arm. We ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Hang on, I got to turn my TV down.
Okay, Dolly, so proud of you.
My name is.
Thank you. I was talking to Bless Mom from Texas.
I knew to do that. I forgot. But anyway, I just want to say that from the mother that I heard on one of the, I don't know which podcast or YouTube that I saw it on, but she said this guy Johnson was not good friends with 3. These 3 were like brothers.
Yeah, they're real tight. Yeah.
But okay, and if I understood her right, they didn't go over there. They went over there this time to celebrate with him. And if I understand, he was already leaving. And that's why they went to watch the game with him, because he was leaving. So as far as the moving thing, I'm not sure about that. Now, I believe this Johnson guy, he did something. I don't know what, but he's done something. But anyway, I don't think he was, I agree with, he wants to get with the other ones. He was trying to be a friend with them. And so he used his money and stuff to try to be friends with them.
I knew somebody like that that used to buy his friends. He would never buy shit though.
Yeah.
He didn't like me, but he'd buy everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I don't agree with that. I think,
and I'm easily bought. I couldn't understand it.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to hold you up.
Okay.
But I am Darlene from Kentucky. And I do hope you cover this Kentucky little girl. I got
just
the
went
Amber
missing?
Alert on it.
Yeah, I heard she just went
Yeah.
missing, that her mother's come up deceased. Yeah, we're gonna look into that. We got a bunch of stuff going on today, so we got a million things going on between me and PJ, but I'm gonna try to get to it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And you have a blessed day.
You too. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. Damn dead giveaway every time. I ate ribs with that dude. Okay. I ate ribs with him. Now, I didn't eat no ribs with Jordan. I'm sure that the 3 people that are gone, they may have ate some ribs with that dude. Maybe Alex ate some ribs with that dude. But look, there's too many red flags. It's definitely, in the words of this man, a damn dead giveaway. Fun fact, Dolly likes Raiders for music. Okay, there you go. Old school rap music. Easy E. Okay. So, all right. Do I got the phone lines open? Or did y'all just get quiet on me? All right. Does anybody think this man is innocent? Anybody else? Anybody else? Because I've been here 2 hours. I guess I'm going to get ready to get out of here. It's been a good one hanging out with you guys. You know, definitely a dead giveaway. This video could be titled Damn Red Flags Galore, because until you can explain 3 men leaving their wallets on the counter, I'm going to call bullshit on this until the day I die in the front yard. Okay. Because I just don't see that happening. Now, it might be one of those, one of those things that they do where they from, to pull your wallets out. And unless they were all playing Naked Twister, it don't make sense. And if there wasn't no Naked Twister going on and they were just watching Jeopardy, I call bullshit on the play. Definitely replay crew. You guys have been awesome. Make sure y'all drop some comments after this video. It helps us in the algorithm. It helps them share this face. And if you haven't yet, be super cool. Hit that like button for me. I didn't tell you a million times today. And I'm sure y'all enjoyed some of those calls. So if you did, take a second, like the video. It helps us out. We can't get to 50,000 without the help of each and every one of you guys. If you're super dope, share it on Facebook. All right, hold on. I'll take this last call. Dolly.
Dolly, it's Short Legs.
Hey, Short Legs. You the last caller for sure, though. What's up?
Okay. I just wanted to know, people are saying you did the spirit box, or you're going to try the spirit box.
Okay. So yeah, PJ, we need the spirit box. PJ's gonna bring the spirit box over later. Later tonight, we'll break out the spirit box. We're gonna summons the 3, okay, and see what they say. Entertainment.
Wow.
People.
Okay.
Well, this is for,
because I didn't think you were going to do that.
This is just for entertainment. I don't believe that shit, not a bit. But for
all right, just do it outside. Don't do that in your house.
Okay, for entertainment purposes, we're gonna start painting pentagrams on the floor and start burning candles, and we're gonna do a seance tonight. Okay, so tune in for that. You don't want to miss it. Only on Dolly. We got a lot of shit going down today.
Okay, because I didn't know, and people were saying it in chat. I'm like, he's not going to do that.
Oh, what? No, we're breaking out the candles and everything. It's getting it's going to get spooky tonight. Okay, we getting spooky. We dimming the lights, burning the candles. It's getting real tonight. You ain't want
to.
Okay. In the most haunted house in Virginia, too.
Oh my God. You got me shaking. I don't know if I'll watch it.
I ain't even kidding.
Okay, guys. Have a great time.
All right, peace.
Okay, peace out.
All right. Yeah, guys, let me shut this real quick so I can talk to you. Tonight, we go straight voodoo with Dolly. Okay? We summons and ghosts and spirits. We're going to try to talk to the people from fucking Alcatraz and the Titanic simultaneously. Okay? We're going to see who pops through. Maybe we can get Rodney Dangerfield would be good. Okay, Rodney Dangerfield. I kind of feel like that sometimes. I get no damn respect around here. None. Y'all don't even hit the like button for me. Don't even hit the like button for me. Fucking watch me every day. Won't even like the damn videos. Okay. But anyway, who else is going to summon the dead for you tonight? Okay. Dolly. Dolly's doing that for you. That's the kind of love I got from my YouTube people out here. I'm going to summon the dead. We're going to bring them back like fucking Beetlejuice. And we're going to see what the spirit world has to say. Right. And it's probably going to be like, Dolly, you're an asshole. And I'm going to turn it off pretty quick and we're going to end the stream. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later today. Peace.